Hola, buenos dias, alumnos. I'm so glad that you have joined me again for this week. So if you joined me last week, you'll remember that I left you with a bit of a cliffhanger. So last week's lesson, we talked about making words plural, and I gave you a statement. All sentences must agree in both number and gender. In last week's video, we talked about how things agreed in number. This week's video, we're going to talk about how things agree in gender. So here's a question for you. What the heck does gender mean? Oh yes, you're still here. Okay, let's jump right in. What does gender refer to in Spanish nouns? So you need to know that all Spanish nouns have gender. No, it doesn't mean that it's a boy table or a girl table or a boy stool and a girl stool. No, it just means that all nouns, the noun itself, the word itself has gender. Okay, it's either masculine or it's feminine. And masculine and feminine is going to come into play into every sentence that you create. So once you simply understand that, then you'll be able to move on. So today's lesson is going to show us how to make a sentence agree in gender. Now, it's not just as simple as that. There are a few pieces of the puzzle that we need to put together, okay? And I'm going to do that for you today, and I'm going to make it as simple as possible. The first thing you need to know is that there's an ending. Remember we talked about verbs and that there are special endings. Well, for the nouns, there is an ending that tells you its gender, okay? Verbs have endings to tell you who's doing the action, and the ending of a noun tells you whether it's masculine or feminine. Let's take a look. The noun libro means book. Libro ends in an O. Nouns that end in O are masculine. That's just a simple thing to remember. Nouns that end in O are masculine. This word is mesa. Mesa, meaning table, ends in an A. Nouns that end in A are feminine. Nouns that end in O are masculine. Nouns that end in A are feminine. Just remember those two simple things. Okay? We're building. We're going to be building. Here we go. Last week, I told you that adjectives get pluralized too. Remember that? Adjectives that originally end in O, like amarillo, amarillo means yellow, okay? It ends in O. So if we're talking about the book, el libro amarillo, the yellow book. El libro amarillo, the yellow book. Remember, it has to agree in gender. Libro is the determining factor. Libro is masculine because it ends in O. So amarillo ends in O. It just happens to already end in O. So this sentence will already agree. Down here we have mesa. Okay? Mesa. If the table is yellow, then the word amarillo, it has to agree in gender. So we're going to change the last letter, only if it ends in O. Only if it ends in O. It's okay. We're going to change amarillo to amarilla. Okay? So now we have la mesa amarilla. Mesa amarilla. We change the O to A. That only happens if it already ends in O. Okay? Let's say the word is verde. Okay? El libro verde. La mesa verde. It's not going to change. Only if it ends in O. If it's verde, which means green, if it's verde, it's not going to change its letter. Okay? Only if it ends in O. I think I said that enough times already. Yeah? Okay. Let's move on. Now there was something else here that I said. I didn't mean to throw it in there, but I did, so let's deal with it. I said el libro amarillo and la mesa amarilla. The word el and the word la both mean the. Let's talk about that right now. Okay, so now let's talk about the definite article and the indefinite article. Okay? The definite article in English is the. Okay? The word the in Spanish is said 4 different ways. 4 different ways. 2 ways in the singular and 2 ways in the plural. 1 for masculine, 1 for feminine. The masculine singular way is el libro. The feminine is la mesa. If the noun is masculine, you're going to need to use the definite article that is masculine. The sentence has to agree. If the noun in the sentence is feminine, you're going to need to use the feminine article. It's going to just become rote memory, okay? Once you learn it, then you just do it, okay? La mesa. Now, we also need to talk about the plural. The plural of el is los libros. You can't say el libro because el is singular and libros is plural, libros meaning books, okay? We talked about mesa, we're going to stick with mesa. Las. La mesa, las mesas. El libro, los libros. The sentence has to agree. So this right here agrees with number, right? And they're both singular, libro and los and libros. That agrees in number and it agrees in gender. So all of this is happening at the same time. Now, let's talk about the indefinite article. The indefinite article is a in the singular or some in the plural. Let's stick with book. A book. Un libro. Un libro. A book. Which book? A book. Bring me a book. Doesn't matter which one. You're going to get a book with whatever title that I decide to pick up off the table. Okay? Indefinite article. On the other side, definite article. Bring me the book. I'm probably going to be pointing to it. Bring me the book. The one that I'm pointing to. The one that I previously mentioned. The book. All right. In the feminine, it's una. Una mesa. Necesito una mesa. I need a table. Una mesa. Now, in the plural, we're not going to say a's books. That doesn't make any sense in either language. Some books. Bring me some books. Unos is the word some. Unos libros. For mesa, unas mesas. Okay? So the indefinite article, all 4 of them, is un, una, unos, unas. The definite article, all 4 of them, el, la, los, and las. All right, so let's look at some practical examples now. El libro rojo es mío. The red book is mine. Now, I have to give this side note here because I'm a teacher and I know my students are asking certain questions and they've already asked these questions throughout the years, so I'm going to answer that question for you. This says book, this says red. The book red is mine. Go ahead, say it. That doesn't make any sense. You're right, it doesn't. But it doesn't make sense in English. But in Spanish, there's a rule that says that the adjective comes after the noun. So just remember that. The adjective comes after the noun. It's just different in Spanish. Okay? In English, it would be the other way around. The adjective comes before the noun. It describes the noun, the word that comes after it. In Spanish, it's the reverse. So let's go. El libro rojo es mío. Libro is masculine because it ends in O. We're never going to change the noun to make the noun feminine. That doesn't happen. The noun determines what the adjective is going to be. El libro rojo es mío. Look at mío is also going to be masculine. If I'm a girl, we might say mía, right? Mine. But it's not determined by the person speaking. It's determined by the noun. Okay, so the noun is masculine. So let's look at this. This sentence agrees in both number and gender. Okay? This sentence is singular. The entire sentence is singular. Everything matches. Now let's make this entire sentence plural. Los libros rojos son míos. Okay. Now, el was singular, meaning the. It had to change to los, where we talked about the articles just a little bit ago. Libro is singular. Now it needs to change to the plural. Los libros. Rojo is singular. It changed to rojos. Es is a verb, okay? Verbs don't change the same way. Remember we talked about verbs a couple of weeks ago. The plural of es is son. Is and are. Millo was singular and millos is the plural. Los libros rojos son míos. The red books are mine. The red books are mine. Okay, so let's look at a sentence that's in the feminine. Okay, we're using the word mesa. Keep your eyes open. La mesa rojo es grande. The red table is big. Does this sentence agree? In both number and gender? What does it mean to agree in number? That the entire sentence is either singular or the entire sentence is plural. Is this entire sentence singular or plural? It is. La mesa rojo es grande. There's no mixture of plural and singular there. What about gender? Does this sentence agree in gender? La mesa, la is feminine, mesa is feminine. Rojo es grande, rojo. We saw rojo up here in this masculine sentence. Does it fit down here? Nope. Rojo needs to change. Only because rojo ends in an O. It can change. So, la mesa roja es grande. Grande means big. Grande also needs to agree in gender if it ended in O. It doesn't end in O, so we leave it alone. Okay? Like up here, millo ended in O and it needed to be changed. Let's make this sentence plural. The entire thing. La changes to las. Mesa. See, now we're using our how to make words plural coming back into play here. It ends in a noun. It ends in a vowel, so we're going to just add s. Mesas. Rojas. Now son, I just gave you that one. Son. This ends in a vowel, just add s. Grandes. Okay? Las mesas rojas son grandes. The red tables are big or large. Either way. Okay? La was made plural. Mesa was made plural. Roja was made plural. Es changes to son. Grande changes to grandes. Now this sentence again agrees in both number and gender. There's different ways to do it. Singular and plural. Alright, so here's another type of example. First, let me tell you that the word I, here's your pronunciation, I, sounds like I. This word is both singular and plural. It means there is, it also means there are. Okay, so this sentence, I wanted to show you an example of a noun that does not end in O. If it doesn't end in O or A, how are we supposed to know if it's masculine or feminine? Well, you kind of have to go to the dictionary for that. If you look up the word marcador in the dictionary, it's going to tell you, it's going to have a little teeny M or an F. The M obviously stands for masculine and the F would stand for feminine. So the dictionary will tell you if that word is masculine or feminine. Or look at the sentence. The word un is masculine. So that tells you that marcador is masculine. Now, unless you're getting this sentence from a teacher like me and the teacher is trying to trip you up and see if you really know what you're doing, then that's a different case. But right here, I'm not trying to trick you. Hay un marcador. So marcador is masculine. So that means we need to make sure that the adjective describing marcador is also masculine. Okay? Hay un marcador negro. Let's make this sentence plural. Hay unos marcadores negros. If you remember from the last video, I actually used the word marcador, and to make it plural, because it ends in a consonant, we added es to make the word plural. So hay unos marcadores negros. There is a black marker. Sometimes we can say one, but we're not really counting here. But it's best to say a unless you really do mean one. There is one black marker amongst all the other markers, which are blue, red, orange, whatever. Okay? And then there are some black markers. All right, now let's look at a feminine example. Hay una señora alta. There is a tall lady. Señora with a lowercase letter means lady. With an uppercase letter, it means Mrs., as in Señora Crook, Mrs. Crook. Hay una señora alta, and here is the here is the plural version. Hay unas señoras altas. So both of these sentences agree in both number. This one is all singular, this one is all plural, and gender. This sentence and this sentence are both all feminine. How is it feminine? Señora is feminine, so that determines everything else in the sentence must be feminine. It must agree with the noun.
All right, so I'm putting back up the notes real quick for the definite article and the indefinite article, in case you want to take notes on that. All right, so what did we learn here today? Let's wrap this up. Number one, all Spanish nouns have gender, and that gender is masculine or feminine. Number two, articles should agree in the singular and the plural, and they should agree in the masculine or the feminine. And number three, adjectives should agree in the singular, the plural, masculine, and feminine as well.
Well, guys, that's it. I hope that this video has been helpful to you. If there was something in this video that was new to you, that you just learned today, or that was made clearer to you, please leave me a comment down below in the comment section and let me know that. The goal of these videos is always to help you better understand Spanish. There's a lot of confusing information that goes to learning a language, and the content of my videos is designed to make things just a little bit easier for you. Hopefully I have accomplished that goal in these videos. If so, please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so that you'll know when my next video is coming out. As always, thanks for watching. Peace. So, if you were there last week, Buenos días. That all sentences must agree in both noun and gender. No. Okay, in Spanish we have the word amarillo. Amarillo. Okay? When a noun ends in an O, it's masculine. Okay? Nouns that end in O are masculine. So, and that, no, I can't do that. That's not a noun. That's not a noun. That was an adjective. Okay. I can't think of a noun that ends in O. Libro.